My name's Rhoslyn. I study biomedical engineering at the University of Kent, and I'll be talking about my art and academic journey. So, I came to England when I was like 3 years old, and I come from a Nepali and Punjabi heritage. So, growing up, I always had like an identity crisis because I went to a predominantly white Catholic boarding school, so it was very confusing. But instead of like feeling different, I always felt like I was more unique in a way. So growing up, I've always had like a passion for art, and I also was really into my academics. And I basically, sorry.
No, it's no problem at all. I had an opportunity to look at some of the art you've done. I think there was a news article that was
Yes, yeah.
and I was like, wow, there's some of this incredible. You do water art and pencil works
Yeah,
as well?
so I do watercolor art, pencil
Yeah.
art, and pen art as well. So it's like
Yeah.
a mixture of like different art types. And thank you. I've had a couple of exhibitions across the world. So I've had a couple of exhibitions in Nepal. I've had one in Qatar International Art Festival, and I've had one in the Houses of Parliament. And I mean, I'm really lucky to have all these opportunities. I've had the opportunity to share my art, and my art mainly, well, to me, I mainly try and empower women through my art because most of my artwork is all of women and try to express their emotions and basically empower women, show the resilience and strength of women through my artwork. And that's what I aspire to do.
No, I think it's amazing because I had the opportunity to look up one particular. It was a mask, I think,
Yes.
where it was like inner emotions was inside. I think it's quite fascinating to see how art can express so many different things that you can't even say. You're able to draw that into art. Can you tell us about any experiences that you've had that you found, hard to communicate, and how art was able to help you communicate those messages?
So growing up, I went to a school where it was mainly just boys. So it was a all boys school up until like a couple years before I joined. So in my year, there was like only 8 girls. Yeah, only 8 girls. So it was really hard, like being like one of the only few girls and a person of color. And I felt like by drawing women and showing their emotions and bringing them to life through my art, I was able to express how I felt and kind of show my like.
Yeah. It's amazing. So you talk about how your art was able to be, posted in some amazing locations in Parliament, in
Yeah.
Nepal. How was that experience like?
It was surreal. Like I felt so lucky to have this opportunity and having all these people come in, taking pictures, standing with it, and yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Yeah, that's really good to see. Is there any particular artwork that that resonates with you personally that you've done?
I love all of my artworks, but one of my most favorite ones is the watercolor ones because I feel like it's abstract and it's also able to show emotion. And I take inspiration from an artist called Agnes Cecile. She was my inspiration since like I've discovered her around when I was doing my GCSEs. So I use her as inspiration, and I'm able to like express my emotions through my artwork.
That's really good because it's actually quite fascinating because you study biomedical engineering,
Yeah.
yet you also do art. How do you think those two, balance out? Isn't
So, growing up, I was an art and academic scholar at my school. So I had interest in both, but I wasn't really sure what to go into because I did art for GCSE and I wasn't sure whether to do it for A level because the requirements, I needed to do maths, biology, and chemistry. So I did that for A level, but I kept art on the side. So, and obviously going into biomedical engineering is like designing medical technology to help people and help people. So I feel like art can be incorporated into that in the sense that you have to design things. Yeah. And obviously I want to like help women in the future by designing medical technology to help specifically women, because I know that there's been like loads of technologies designed to like specifically help with fertility and women's like help giving birth and all of those things. So I feel like being able to do art related to women and also doing biomedical engineering, I can incorporate both and empower women in the future.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you mind elaborating on what you do at school?
Oh, okay. So at university, I'm in the committee for like 3 societies. So I am the head of marketing operations for the investment society at my university. I am also the treasurer of the Nepalese society, and I am also the head of events for the engineering society. So I've got loads on my plate. So I basically try and promote Nepalese culture by being in the Nepalese society. I try and help students learn about investing from like the beginning, because I do weekly presentations where I teach younger students about like forex trading and the hedge funds, just everything from the beginning. And with the engineering society, I basically promote engineering, kind of inspire the younger kids to go to these networking events where I just make them, mentor them and help them in that way.
Yeah, because I guess you be an example of, women in STEM, being a role model to so many young females out there. Can you talk a bit about how you've any personal experiences you've had being a mentor and also guiding young women that want to get into STEM and some of the challenges and barriers that they may face?
So some of the challenges is that even in my course, there's very little girls. It's mainly just guys. So when we just started the engineering society, which was just this year, there wasn't an engineering society until this year. So many girls have come up and they've started like joining the society. They ask for advice. They ask for like, how can I like progress? How can I go further? What can I go to? And I just tell them to like, because I attended a Women in Tech networking event by Bright Network in the summer, and I've told all these girls to like sign up for that and go to that, and they've all like signed up and they can like network through that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you also talk about, how you were involved in the Nepalese society. Can you talk about, I guess, the importance of your identity of being Nepalese? Because I think initially you talked about how you were conflicted with your identity and stuff.
Yeah, so initially I was always conflicted with my identity because I went to such a white school. I never really like had any people of color that were like my friends. So I thought it was really important to like kind of embrace my heritage when I went to university. So I wanted to be part of something where I felt like I was at home and inspire the other students to like be proud of their culture.
Yeah. And how have you found that experience, being taking back your identity essentially?
It's amazing. I'm able to like have so many people from different backgrounds, different like cultures growing up, because it's not just Nepalese people that come to the society, it's different people, and they can learn about the Nepalese culture as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, round of applause everyone for Rhoslyn.